So welcome everyone to the Science of Blockchain Conference, SBC. I can't believe this is the 9th conference that we are running. I guess we started in 2015 or so, but I guess we have to skip 1 or 2 years because of COVID. And so it's the 9th conference, so welcome to SBC. The conference is put together by CBR and IC3. The conference itself, I'm sure many of you have been to SBC many times before. The conference itself is supposed to be a very technical conference on research topics in blockchains. Yeah, so no marketing, no product placements. This is a very technical conference about blockchain, about technical questions in blockchains. The technology is beautiful. There are lots of incredible ideas in the space. And this conference is exactly what's there to explore those ideas. Yeah, so new ideas, research challenges in in blockchains, and the goal is to kind of bring together the research community with practitioners and hopefully benefit both sides. Now, I looked at the number of registrations at SBC over the years. It's kind of interesting to see the Gaussian, that kind of the normal distribution that kind of appears here. I think this is kind of the definition of a winter. Yeah. So you can look at attendance at SBC and kind of see the state of the field. I think we're all waiting for AI to discover blockchains, and then we'll be back on the on the horse. I think there are many talks during the program this year that kind of explore that connection. But as you see, this is kind of the numbers today, and I'm completely confident that next year or 2 years from now, things will go to be where they were 2 or 3 years ago. Okay, so the program was put together by myself, Ari, and Tim. Thank you, Ari and Tim, for helping make this all real. And so just in terms of statistics for the program, let's see, last year I looked it up, we had about 200 submissions, we accepted 30 papers, so acceptance rate of about 15%. And again, this is kind of what happens to a growing field in general. The number of submissions just keeps going up from year to year to year. And so rather than start to decrease the acceptance rates, we actually accepted more papers. And maybe you've noticed the talks this year, instead of 30 minutes, they're 25 minutes. So hopefully we'll see how to deal with this as the number of submissions goes up. But the fact is there are just incredible results being submitted, and we can't obviously reject incredible results, so we just accept more papers. Next year, the conference will be held kind of also around the same time in the summer. Submission site will be SBC 27, so you can look out for announcements for that. We're hoping to host it in the New York area, and more details will follow. The one thing that I want everybody to take away and remember is that tomorrow we have a very special session, the Lightning Talks session. This is always a fun session where anyone in the audience can stand up and speak for 2 to 3 minutes. So if you have like a exciting result you want to share with the world, or maybe you're building something really cool, come up and tell us about it for 2 to 3 minutes. The session will start at 11:35. It's going to be chaired by Nusret. The one thing we're changing a little bit this year is, we've realized in previous years when people just stand up and talk, it's sometimes a little hard to follow what they're saying. So this year, if you want to use slides, it's fine. Just try to send your slides by midnight tonight to Nusret. His email address is in the program, and we'll compile like a list of all the slides that have been sent to us, so you can use them during the Lightning Talk session. Okay, but generally people will kind of line up over there, and Nusret will call folks up on stage to speak for 2 to 3 minutes. Please don't go over 3 minutes. Okay, so that's the Lightning Talk sessions. Looking forward to it tomorrow. A couple of thank yous. So first of all, thank you to the program committee. With 256 submissions, we have to have a pretty large program committee. So thank you everybody for all the work in reviewing the papers. I also want to thank all of the sponsors. So this conference would not be possible without the sponsors. We're able to run a conference for 1,000 people for free because we have sponsors. And so thank you all for making this possible. This literally would not be possible without your contributions. And finally, I want to thank Ruth Harris, who's outside there running the show. I could not do this conference without her. She does all the local arrangements, orders all the food, and it just makes it possible for me just to focus on the conference itself. Okay, so yeah, thank you, Ruth. All right, so just to wrap things up, I have to be a good host, and just remind you that the Stanford campus is beautiful. There's lots of things to see on campus. We're over here. If during the lunch breaks you want to walk over to the art museum It's kind of just across the street. Lots to see in the Art Museum. If you're wondering where we live, this is where the computer science department is, kind of across the campus. You can also walk over to the Hoover Tower. If you want to go up the Hoover Tower, you can. It's kind of cool to see the view from up there. And finally, the bookstore is a little bit further away. You can also, during lunch, you can walk over to the bookstore and enjoy the student center and see what's going on there. I wanted to mention there's lots of blockchain activities at Stanford. We run a crypto seminar. We have lots of blockchain courses. We have the Stanford Blockchain Club. I put up all the links here in case you want to check it out. It's all in the video, but I won't say much more about that. Okay, a couple of housekeeping announcements. So the speakers, please walk up to the AV stand at the end and get mic'd up before your talk. That way you can kind of walk around as you're speaking. We have the whole building, so there's overflow seating on the other end of the building. If more people show up, you're welcome and free to kind of walk over to the other end and use it for whatever purpose. The whole building is ours for the week. The doorway area, please keep the doorway area clean. They always complain clear. They always complain when people congregate at the doorway area. I guess it's a fire hazard. So please keep that area clean. And finally, obviously, obvious rule there. Okay, so the program is going to run from 9 to 5. Lunch is going to be at around 12:30 outside this room. I should say, by the way, during the program, we also have a number of evening events. So if you look at the program, there are links to evening events as well as a closing party on Wednesday. Please go ahead and sign up for those evening events. Yeah, should be a lot of fun, and it's all for you. So look on the program and actually go ahead and register for the evening events. Tonight, there's going to be a reception here at 5 p.m., 5 to 7 p.m., and then Tuesday and Wednesday, like I said, there are more evening events. Oh yeah, that's what I just said here. There are lightning talks tomorrow, so looking forward to that, and I hope everybody enjoys the conference. So with that, let's get started. So our first session, everybody should enjoy the conference. Thank you.